Welcome back. I've tried to record this a few times today, but I think it's gonna work this time. So welcome to the channel, welcome back. If you've been here before, my name's Krista David. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, lover of paper and things. And if you saw my last video, I wanted to give you like an overview of my planner stack for 2024, planner and notebooks. And now I just want to take you through each of those in a very short video, just so you can get a sense of how they actually work for me. I will say that planners are a peculiar thing. You may have to go through a few different types of planners to find one that works for you. Some people call this planner piece. I don't know if that's a thing, but I will say that the Hobonichi Weeks is the planner for me, and I don't see myself leaving it for any other planner in the foreseeable future. I've used this on three occasions, and last year I deviated and used a daily planner, and that was tragic. I'm not a daily planner girl. I like to have a weekly overview of my schedule and have one place where I find everything. So the Hobonichi Weeks works. It's a nice thin planner, but I have it packed with a bunch of things. That's why it's kind of busting at the seams a little bit. But I love this planner. I'm going to walk you through it. I will say, if you are looking for a planner, before you start dibbling and dabbling, I think it's important that you think about, what do you want the planner for? Do you want to see your daily schedule? Do you want to see a weekly schedule? What kind of size generally works for you? What types of pens do you use? What kind of paper do you like? I mean, think about those things before you go out and just buy a planner, and then use YouTube as a resource to learn about different planners, and then buy one. You're probably going to have to go through a few before you find one that you love, but it is worth it. So yeah, I'm going to show you my Hobonichi Weeks, and I have this elastic on it. This didn't come with it. This is just a piece of elastic from my traveler's notebook. I have a little charm. I don't know if you see that. It says not all those who wander are lost. And I got this from Baumkuchen, which is a stationery store that I buy a bunch of my things from. And then this other charm is just a charm I got from Michael's. And I just put this around it to kind of keep it closed. But, you know, it is what it is. So this is what the planner looks like. I just put a sticker here that came from Babasma, same quote as the charm. I bought a clear pocket to put in the front and the back. And inside of that pocket, I have a couple things. I have my handy dandy stencil, which I'll show you what I use this for, but you get this from Hobonichi. This is just the little packing card that came in the order. I just love the way it looks. It's in Japanese. I have no idea what it says, but I like it. It's cute. And then I have this. I made this several years ago, like several years ago, back when I got my first planner. And I just washi taped these three cards together. And I just put reminders, so like a daily, weekly, monthly reminder of different things to do, like check my goals, update my finance tracker, set aside tax money, etc. It's just a little reminder, and I just keep it in here. I don't refer to it all the time, but I like having it here just in case I'm like, oh, Krista, what are we doing? What are we doing? What should we be doing right now? And then the last thing that I have, excuse me, let's have some tea. This is some chamomile lavender tea, by the way. This is just a little notebook that you can get from Hobonichi. I think I have you. Okay, that's better. It's just a supplemental notebook. They come in a pack of 3. I always buy one when I buy my planner because they're a good way to add more pages to your planner if you just need more space to write other things. So on the front, I just have this one. I've had it since 2001, so they last for a while. I still have lots of pages in here. I use it as an inbox. Basically, if something is on my mind, I'm in the middle of a meeting, I'm doing something, I don't want to write it in my planner, but I do want to track it somewhere, I just jot it down here. So they can be personal, business related, anything. And then periodically, I will go back through this and cross off things that got done, or just cross off things that don't apply anymore. And then anything that's still open, I will go back and either add it to my planner for the week that I intend to do that thing, or I'll just do it and then just cross it off in here. But this is like the catch-all. So that goes in there. And now let's get to the planner. So when you open it up, this is it. It's just a page. I decided to use, I'm trying to use up a lot of my planner stickers that I've accumulated over the years. And one, I don't want to be wasteful. I don't want to keep buying things. I just want to use things up. And a lot of times when I buy these stickers, you treat them like they're like little precious things. You don't want to use them. I am over that. I'm sticking stickers on any and everything. I put stickers on mail that I send out. I put stickers on everything because I just want to decrease my stash, mainly because I have embraced principles of minimalism in my life, and I want those principles to be a part of my planning life as well. So I'm just using what I have, giving things away, and yeah, not treating anything precious. So I just put a bunch of stickers on here. I got these while I was in Paris from an art supply store, but you can look up paper poetry if you are interested in this. Next page are the calendars. I don't really use these that much, but I do when first, I don't set up my entire planner for the entire year. I set it up as I feel like setting it up. Oh, I got some loose tea on my cup. I set it up as I feel like setting it up, and I keep these little post-it notes as placeholders reminding me of what I wanted to do on that page. So this is just an example of how I want to use these 2 pages. And you can see I did the same thing. This is my 2020 hobonichi weeks. I just took my word and then I have my intentions on this page. And the way that I made this page is I just simply go to the back of the book where there's a piece of, I use up all my pages, even in old planners. I'll go back, rip it out, no big deal. And then I will trim the edges, tape it in there, and then now I can use this to write my intentions for this year. So that's the plan here. I'm going to use my same intentions from 2020 because I thought that they were really great. I don't have a word of the year, but I do have 2 phrases that are playing in a loop in my head. So we're going to go with that. This next thing is a tracker. This is a calendar for all 12 months and then all the days of the month. And then these highlighted areas are the weekends in the month. And I plan to use this in a couple ways, just like I did in 2020. So let me show you that. I am going to do this. So I'm going to have an abundance tracker. I don't know if you can see that. Basically, I have my art studio business up here, my public health consulting firm here, and then this heart is just for extra surprise money. So every month just calculating how much money came through my businesses and any extra money surprises. Now 2020 was a doozy. Everything shut down, as you can see, right around here. And I was just like, I didn't plan. I just sat at home like a lot of other people, holding myself as I was quarantining alone. So I'm gonna still take this same idea and put it in this planner. So I'll make the lines for each of the businesses, etc. And then this is my key that I'm gonna use. So I want to track newsletters that I send out from my art studio, any money I make on Etsy, all of my art exhibitions, my studio sessions, and newsletters for my public health business. So that's that. Now we get into the monthlies, which I'm like a minimal decor. I don't decorate that much. But this is just for main appointments, health appointments, housekeeping, that kind of thing, travel. And then I'm currently tracking days when I go for a walk, weight training, gratitude, meditation, and reading. And then I have my big goals for the week. For the month. January looked a mess because I couldn't figure out how to get these little dots to work for me. It was just a mess. So I'm going to try something different for February. I will go back and add some more stickers. So I have to set up February. I haven't done that yet, but that is on the docket for tonight. And then, so you get a bunch of monthly calendars. And then the calendars go through 2025, January, February, and March. I plan to use the 2025 calendars for other things. Like this is my reading log book setup. So all the books that I'm going to read throughout the year, I write them in as I'm working on them or finish them. And then I just want to keep track of what I read this year. Whether it's an audiobook or physical book. These are all physical books, but I do have some audiobooks planned because audiobooks is also reading. And then these two, I haven't decorated, but I am using these two monthly spreads for things that were like things that I want to remember. So like memory keeping, like just like big things. I'm not a big celebrator. I'm working on it, but just little things that are connected to the kind of life that I would like to have. I'm writing memories in here. So my best friend and my godchildren came down at the top of the year, and that was wonderful because there was the first time the kids were here, and it was just nice to have people in my house. I bought my house 2 years ago, and I am away from a lot of my family and friends. I do have family here, but I'm away from a lot of family and friends, and I miss New York terribly. But they came down, we had a blast, it was great. And then this is just, I updated my Amex to Platinum. It'll make sense later when I start talking about financial goals, but I've had a lot of trauma around credit cards, and now that I'm using them again, I am feeling a little bit better. So anyway, that was something I want to remember. Now we can move to what a regular week looks like. So this is just a regular week. You have the days of the week here, and then you have a blank page over here. Here's how I usually use these two pages. So on any given week, I only have to look at one page in my planner. But here's what an ideal week would look like. I'll show you something that doesn't have too much. Okay, this is one. I think I was on vacation, but I still use the planner. But this is what I do. I split this column in half, and I put all of my appointments that have times next to it on this side. So if I have to do something or be somewhere or get on Zoom, it goes here. And then I use this side for the to-dos for that day. I make a core to-do list for the week, and then I slowly move things over here as I do them. So everything gets logged here so I don't forget, and then I'll slot them in on the days that I do it. And then I made this little tiny space to track my mood and memories, which I think will be helpful because this is a personal and business planner, and I just want to keep track of things. So like this is, I was on vacation, but my family came, we did movies, bowling, shopping, cooking, laughing, and all that was awesome. And I put little stickers there. So this is generally how my weekly layout looks. I left space here because I want to get to the point where I can put like a little drawing or watercolor here. We'll see how that goes, but I am leaving a little bit of space every now and again for that. So those are the weeklies, and then those go on for the rest of the year. And then we get into the notes pages. The Hobonichi Weeks has some notes pages at the back. They do have a version called the Mega Weeks that has a lot of pages. This is a Mega Weeks, and it has a lot of pages. I didn't use those pages. So since then I've said, oh no, I only need a regular weeks. So that's what this is. But the pages I do use. So I put some more stickers on there. And then I have my goals written out by 6 months, which I think is a good way to do your goals because a year is a long time and you may need to reassess. So my mastermind group, my friends, we're friends now. We've been friends for years. We have these categories: professional, financial, relational, personal, mental, physical, and we just wrote 6-month goals. So I just have that there. I'll reassess to figure out whether these will carry over or they need to be tweaked for July and December. And then I just took a few of the pages following the goals to set up these monthly review pages. And this is just a little rub-on sticker that I had. And I just set up all of the months, and then I do like a little quick review. Like I just did the review for January about everything that went down, and that was good. Some other pages that I make, I'll use washi on the end just to kind of do a little razzle dazzle. It just makes things interesting in the book. But I create some pages for the things that I'm working on as I let go of inventory in my house. So embrace minimalism. I am letting go of things that I don't need. So this is a sell list. These are things in my house that most things I will donate, but I will sell things that I think I can get money from and then use that money to buy the things that I need to sort of set me up as I furnish my home, right? So I sold a little coffee table for $140. I'll hold on to the cash. I have a couple other things up on Poshmark and Facebook Marketplace, and if I sell those, then I'll add that here. And then I'll just take all the money at one time to go buy the things that I actually need for the house, which I have a little home wish list here. I'm mainly trying to find vintage lighting for different places in my house. And it's just a long game with trying to scour all sorts of websites to find things. But this is what I'll use the money that I'm making from selling things for. Always got to have something you're telling your money to do before you get it. But that's for another video. This one is just me keeping a little tracker for the year for extra student loan payments. My student loan is the only debt that I have. I don't have any other consumer debt, car loan debt, or anything like that. My mortgage, of course. But I want to make extra payments because my student loan debt is outrageous thanks to my Ivy League degrees. But they are private loans, so I can't take advantage of the nice things that the government wants to give folks with federal student loans. So I have to pay my loans, which I'm totally fine with. You know, you sign your name on the paper, you pay it. I don't feel any kind of way. I am very happy for those of you who've been able to get some of your loans forgiven. But mine are gonna stand until I pay them. So I want to try to make some extra payments every month. So I want to keep track of that. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna call them and make a payment for $1,000 that I set aside. And each month I pay my bill on auto pay, but I want to be able to put some extra money into that. And then this is just me keeping track of my art money, which I am also going to put in this tracker in the front that we talked about. But the tracker in the front will include all the art money. This is just a page from my gallery. I'm represented by a gallery. They send me sales reports every month. I send an invoice for 50% of the sale because that's our agreement. Most galleries take 50%. It's fine. So I was able to invoice for this amount. Now, I just said you should always have something for your money to do. So if you're getting money, you need to know what is going to happen to it before it even comes in. So this is my intention for the year. All of my art money will be allocated 30% for taxes, which I'll probably have to put more in there, but 30% to start for taxes, 20% for expenses, like buying supplies, travel, all that stuff. And then 25% for personal travel, because I like to travel the world solo. It is something I've been doing since I'm 44, since I was 30. Yep. So saving money for travel and then student loans. So I'm able to take, so if you divide this by 2 or 50% and then split that in half, or just take 25%. I don't know why I made that challenging. Anyway, 25% of this will go to my student loan payment, basically. And I decided to round up to 1,000 just because that's what I want to do. So for the month of January, a little less than 25% will go to travel. But anyway, that's what I have for that one. This is just an adulting list. All the things you got to do: change the filters, pest control, wash the baseboards, wash the washer, all of my appointments, groceries, and then things I need to do from my art business and my public health business. And then you just keep track. Did I do those things? Then, of course, I have a personal wish list for like fancy fountain pens, like the Sailor Pro Gear Slim, with a gold nib. So if anybody wants to buy me that $360 fountain pen, please do. I'm waiting on a bunch of fountain pens from AliExpress. So I wanted this one, but I said, girl, we're not spending $360 on a fountain pen right now because we have goals. So I found some dupes to this pen, not with a gold nib, but dupes, for $4.62 each. So I will show you those when they come in. I bought so many of them. I'm probably going to give them away. So stand by for that. I may do a giveaway or something. Because I don't need that many fountain pens. I literally bought 11 of them. But they were $4. Anyway. And these are just pages. Again, I want to keep track of my joys for the year. And I think I'm going to do something creative here and like do some watercolor of the different things, like little doodles or stickers with little notes under them, so that it kind of jazzes it up a little bit. And then I think that's it. Oh, so delayed. It's not that I don't want you to see this, but whatever. But this is just another page where I have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. All of these goals relate to my 6 months goals. So they're all saying the same thing. And I think that's it. The last couple pages that I will do is to make a vision board. I like making vision boards. And here's an example of one that I had in here. So I'll probably do something similar to kind of keep me focused on my goals. And then the last thing we have is just another one of these little notebooks. This is just an envelope. I think it has some stickers in here. Yeah, it just has some stickers that I got from a Paris tea shop. Last thing I have here is another one of these notebooks, and I'm using this mainly to track meals, movement, and my mood. So that's it. It's just another way to kind of track what I'm eating, you know, that kind of thing. And then this thing is just a page holder where all you have to do is go to your page and do that. And then these are just some little post-it notes, little page flags. Cutie. So that is, oh, the last thing that comes with the, actually it doesn't come with it, but I did buy this. This is just a pencil board. And you pop it in like that. That way you can see the date. And I think that's it for my hobonichi. I used the pen that it comes with. This was last year's pen. It's just a ballpoint pen. It writes really well. This is the one that came with it last year. I have this year's one as well. And then I think that is it. If you have any questions about the hobonichi weeks, please let me know in the comments. I will respond to everybody's comment. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will have more videos coming every week. They will be planner related, but there will also be some videos about money because I love talking about personal finance, especially as a unpartnered 44-year-old Black woman living in the United States of America. I want to talk about money. So there will be some money videos. Just sharing some things that hopefully will be encouraging to other folks who are trying to sort themselves out, especially first generation everything folks like myself, trying to sort ourselves out, trying to help our families, trying to do all the things with the money that we are generating. So stay tuned for that. And if there are any other videos that you want to see, just let me know. I'm happy to share. I will share some of the other planner videos, the other notebooks that I'm using, sorry, for the 2024 year, just so you can see the insides of those. And I will share all my pens that I'm using, all my stickers. I mean, I have a lot of videos planned, but we just got to take it one at a time, right? And yeah, so if you like the video, like it. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, tell your friends, come back by, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Bye.